Hey fellas, Rusty coming at you, and today we're going to take a look at an exceptionally special knife. This one is a marbles, only this is not a marbles folding knife made in China. This is a marbles USA, Gladstone, Michigan. Woo-wee, baby. It's kind of a swell center. And I think they call this, well, this jig bone. I want to say, I know the jigging, I just kind of forgot. So we'll take a peek at this. It's in brown bone. And we'll go over this some more. MSA Co. 01, Gladstone, Michigan. We have a pen blade, and we have one heck of a cool spear point. You can take a peek at that spear point with that top swedge on there. We have a long pole with a match strike in there. So we'll go ahead and close this down. It looks like it has a top swedge. We'll take a closer look, and we'll open this up. Mirror polished, just about perfect for the hand. Just an exceptional size knife with fantastic work. So, who did the work on this? What can you tell us about this knife, Rusty? Well, guys, I like getting into knife history, and with that, this one has an interesting story behind it. From what I can tell, marbles went to Shot and Morgan. Yeah, that would be Queen, but they went to Shot and Morgan, and Shot and Morgan, where my hero Bill Howard was in 2001, made the parts. So what they did is they had Shot and Morgan make the parts. But then a fella at Marbles, a fellow by the name of David Shirly. Shirley, you can't be serious. I am Shirley. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. Anyways, Dave and his team. Dave was at Marbles, and they assembled the knives. So they just got Shot and Morgan did the parts, and Dave Shirley and his crew did the assembly right there in Gladstone, Michigan, so they could say these knives were made in Michigan, Gladstone. When in reality, the knives were probably made in Titusville. I'm trying to get a doggone, there we go. Maybe you can see that top swedge there. You can certainly see the mirrored blade with fennered. And that's just how we're looking. This is how we do it. I haven't showed you guys the fit and finish. You can see that snap. Yes, just stupendous. These are rare. When you do find one, I paid about $150, and people will start out at $200 asking price. So you gotta, and they don't last long. So just keep that in mind. If you see them in the 160 range, you might want to consider it if you think it's gonna suit you. So I got another knife we'll compare. One that a lot of people really like. This one did really well. I ran my Remington knife series. This is a Remington silver bullet. You can see the silver bullet. It's Camillus made. We'll find out the year here shortly. So maybe about 10 years before. Got to reach over here. But it's also a swell center jack, or a tear on the center, a swell end or a teardrop jack. It has a spear point blade, and that's going to be in I think a stainless steel on there. So probably 440A. This would be 1095. You can see that the marbles is thinner. They got thinner springs, but I can tell you that they both have good springs. That one is more, this one's spongy. It's not bad. You might like the action like that. It's just, okay, it makes the blade work. It goes pop to the open and pop, you know, to the lock. And we have this. Here's a peek at our Remington tank stamp. And this one goes whap, whap. So the springs are definitely more firm on the marbles knife. Here we are taking a peek at the pen blades. This has a fancy swedge. But this Remington is 1999. So actually only 2 years difference between these two. This was 2001. That's a 1999. But there's a lot of difference in what you might say effort. And this marbles, I think the bone is better. You guys might not like. You might have a different preference. But you're generally going to have to pay 80 to 100 bucks or more for these. And this was going to run you then double the price. And so we'll just take that into consideration. Okay, this blade's not quite as centered, but yep, we're not too shabby. So they're very much the same size. I think that's a better looking knife. It's a richer looking knife. It's just, yeah, I'd rather own this one. This is beautiful. So I'm going to bring out a what we call Easter egg. Give me a second. I want to get these blades positioned so you guys are like, oh wow. So I just got done showing my single bladed gun stock by Colt. Now these are Chinese made knives. This is a brown steak, so this is a bone, but it's a very pretty bone. I think doesn't quite match the marbles, but it might rival with the Camillus or the Remington. That blade, I always wanted, you know, who else do you know is going to compare a Chinese made knife to a Shot and Morgan, for crying out loud? Well, Rusty's doing it. There is the bone steak here. It's, like I said, it's brown. We'll go ahead and I'm going to do a video on this, don't you worry. But I probably won't be comparing my marbles knife. I already know. I think I want to compare my single bladed gun stock. This is a gun stock pattern. This is a swell end. You can see similar but different. 440A Chinese steel, 1095 carbon steel. But one of the impressive things that this is going to have is nice build quality. Hopefully we can see. And we'll go ahead and open this. And how sweet is this for a secondary blade? Right? It's kind of a clip point pen blade. Well, the review's not about this knife, so you're going to want to go find it. The review is about this knife. I just wanted to show off a Colt knife in case later on I said that they are built exceptionally well. I had a little bit of what we might call video proof to show it. See, See how that thing cants down? That's pretty cool. However, this thing is exciting. I don't get excited about knives much. This thing is a gem, a real one. Okay, guys, gone on long enough. Thank you for hanging with me. Got an unboxing at the end here. Bye now. And here's the box that this came in. Marble Safety Axe Co. Marble's quality knives. Specialty outdoor product since 1892. Calling it an English jack and jigged bone. Now I don't know if that was on there or the owner put that on here. And he did a nice job of packaging it. I appreciate it when they send it in paper and or foam peanuts, especially a knife like this at the amount of money that these run. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining me.